A Story was my last year student film, my last year at Cal Arts, and it was my irreverent commentary on Saturday morning cartoon viewing in a weird, morbid homage to H.R. Pufnstuf. My first idea that started it was what ended up in the short, which was you wishing you could go into that land with H.R. Pufnstuf and him pulling you through and somebody not thinking about that there's glass on the front of the TV set. And that's going to be a little bit of an impediment to that whole magical process. I think even then I had such a distaste for the words imagination and magic, and I've only soured that much more for those two words being used with animation. The whole killer clown thing was just kind of starting to go. It seems kind of commonplace now, but it wasn't at the time in the mid-early 80s. Even that movie Attack of the Killer Clowns hadn't come out yet, so it seemed fresh to have this band of clowns that were really dangerous. I think the whole thing just tried to sort of sit in this world that seemed kind of familiar of just youth and TV and animation. This sounds weird because I'm not known for this, but I was very lazy in school. I was big on sort of showing up the last minute and working all night. But I was in such a talented class. I really took advantage of the group mentality of the class that I was in. I loved brainstorming with them, loved coming up with the gags. So I never felt like I was in isolation making that film. I always feel like that was somewhat of a product of the wonderful, crazy circus college environment. I just loved that everything went through that filter, whether it was my project or that I got involved on their projects. And a lot of that has stayed in the getting to be around the formative years of building Pixar from a small group to a studio is that sort of group mentality. It's a team sport. I honestly consider my classmates were one of the tools to use to make your film. Don't lose connections or burn bridges with any of your college classmates, because you will end up either hiring them or working for them someday. So that's a good lesson.
Excuse me. This is a story about a little boy named Melvin. Now, Melvin was like most storybook children. He had no friends, and his parents totally ignored him. So being the ostracized child that he was, he had no choice but to spend all of his time in front of the television set. Now, one day, while Melvin was watching his favorite TV show, a funny thing happened.
Hey, Melvin, come play with me.
Me?
Why, sure. Just pull him through the screen, that's all you do. Easy as pie, huh? All the other cartoon characters get to do it. But no, I can't. Have to give the stupid kid a concussion. He's probably
And so Melvin and Ted's adventure began. Off to new lands, with exciting new people, to do happy, fun, cute things. Nothing could ruin this adventure for these two happy campers. Except Randy, the killer clown, and his goon squad. Lately, these jokers had been terrorizing the local village of the kingdom. Hey, you! Surprise. Well, it looked like our two heroes had to put a stop to this.
Stop.
This, of course, pissed Randy off.
Why, you rats and frickin' frickin'.
In a fit of rage, Randy seized our two heroes and took them to his lair. Now, not only did Randy have a fiendish scheme to get rid of Melvin and Ted, but Randy also revealed his diabolical plot to overthrow the kingdom and become supreme ruler. And so there sat our heroes, helpless to stop Randy or their inevitable executions, pondering the plight of man. only a miracle could save our heroes. But there are no such things as miracles. So Randy became king and died at the age of 108, a very rich man. The end.